Coach Jack, a bit of a rough patch over the last 3 games. Definitely heard you talking to the team in practice. What are you really trying to get through, and what do you want to see from them, throughout the rest of the season?
Well, you know what? Rough patches are part of the game. It ever flows. It goes up and it goes down. It's all around, and we're just trying to stay as consistent as we can and make least amount of mistakes as we can. But it's a game of mistakes. It's a game of ups and downs, and that's life. It's a microcosm of life. How are you going to attack that? I attack things the same way. With a passion and enthusiasm, a purpose, and I think they respect that about me, and I hope so, because I can't be anything but myself.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the orange standard that you kind of hold the young women to, and what you are talking to them about bringing that orange standard to the game tomorrow?
Well, it's our CAP standard, which is characters first, academics second, basketball third, and we expect you to bring the right character to the table every day. And it's IQ for the game. You got to absolutely know, if I'm over here on the right hand side, that she's going to catch it, because I've done the work in private. They say, hey, when I look like this, boom, that's the academic side. And I got some good coaches on my staff who really knows how to kind of control the game for us and tell me what plays to run, and we talk about that 2 days prior. And so we got a good group of young people that really understand the magnitude of the moment, and it's not about winning. Winning is easy. It's about winning the moment. It's about learning through the process. And then if we can do those type of things and understand the process is going to be hard. People are not going to back away and let you score that jump shot or that layup. You got to understand how to then massage that thing with the, on the string, and do some fun things with the ball. And then you might get a chance, and you might have to get back on defense and stop them. And that's just the name of the game. And I think that our young ladies understand how I stay locked into it, how I zip it down, put it in, zip it up my heart, play with that passion of purpose, is going to give us an opportunity to have a chance to win. You have a chance, we're going to be all right.
And Deja obviously having an incredible game against Boston College. For those players, like Elena, like Georgia, that give your team a lot of depth, what are you looking for from them specifically for tomorrow?
The same. Just give what you're supposed to give. You got somebody like Deja's on the floor. She's going to be a pass first guard always. If you catch it and score, she's going to feed you. Lena's just an attacking guard, and she's going to attack, and we hope that we're going to attack for 10 points and get her to 1,000 points. And Georgia is one of those amoeba players where she can play a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, a little bit of passing, a little bit of everything. She has a great IQ for the game. I don't expect them to change up who they are, because all of us make us who we are.
Coach, you got Georgia Tech on Thursday, first time playing them this season. What have you sort of seen from them on film, and what areas do you think you guys can really thrive in against them?
Hall of Fame coach over there. She's coached the Olympics, and she's going to come up with a different game plan for every single game she plays, and it's going to be what you call a chess match, if you will. But one thing that I know for sure, she got a great point guard that last time we played her, she had 15 rebounds from the point guard spot. They got a three-level player, number 25, who really, when we stopped the three-point shot, she hit to the nail. She get to the nail, stop that nail, she's going to go for a layup, and she's an aggressive rebounder. So they got some really poignant players that's going to really bring a fight to the game. But what I don't talk about to my players the day of the game, or the day before the game, is about them. It's about us. Just bring who we are, and what we are, it may not be better than what they can bring, but if we can be better than them for 40 minutes, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and then sort of following up on that, you guys play Louisville again. What are you sort of looking to learn from that game, and how are you going to try to bounce back against the Cardinals?
I'm not bouncing back against the Cardinals. Right now, we're all about Georgia Tech, and we're going to lock in. We're just not as good as those guys who've won multiple championships. We haven't had our first one yet, and so we're going to stay in the moment. We're going to stay in this practice. We're going to stay with a little bit ahead and answer your questions about Georgia Tech tomorrow. But when it comes to Louisville, when Friday comes, we'll kind of focus in on those guys.
And Coach, you always talk about your team, getting to that full 40 minutes, being able to play the full 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the young women that you have are close?
We're getting closer. I think we're about 36 minutes right now. We're moving up, and even though we didn't have success against Louisville, I thought we really played a pretty good game. We lost by 12, and we missed 12 free throws. I think that, and then when you miss those free throws and you get that number to stretch differently, it takes away a little bit of your moxie, if you will. but it didn't. It inspired us and encouraged us. And I think that we could have put in on the press a little bit earlier. We didn't, and so we realized that they can press a little bit more, and so we did that against Boston College, and that really helped us have success against them. So we're still discovering, we're not saying the players are not at that 100% 40-minute game yet, neither am I. We were all fighting to get to that perfect moment, and I love the fact that we got more games to play so that we can get closer and closer.
This is a bit of an off-the-court question. Can you just speak a little about Dominique Camp gifting the team slides earlier this year, and sort of what you remember about that, and how she's sort of been, behind the scenes? Yeah,
well, it's just about who we are. Dom played for me at Buffalo. We're about giving when we have nothing to give. And Dom had an opportunity to make a couple bucks. She chose not to make a couple bucks. She decided to gift the team. That's who we are. That's what we're trying to grow young people. Who do you help when they may not be able to return that favor? And if we can understand that prior to leaving college, that's a gift in and of itself, because 25 is the age where your brain is fully developed. And Dom gets that already. And I just tell you, her future is going to be bright, whether it's basketball, academics, or whatever, because she already understands the magnitude of gifting.
Coach, is there any update on Isabel Varega on whether she will be playing?
She'll play. She'll play tomorrow. She'll play. How much, I don't know, but she's working her way back into this thing, and she's a difference maker when she's out there.
Having her back, how do you think your center rotation is going to change? How do you think it's going to look moving forward?
Better. As I can say, we're such a close team. Our kids don't care who gets out there and run around and represent us. As long as you represent us with passion every play and give your best effort. And if not, let me sub in. Let me sub in and let me try. And I like what we're developing here.
Have you already determined who's going to be the starter for the next game?
Not yet. I'm still working out some kinks on that right now. So.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions for Coach?
Awesome.
Thanks.